It is 7:30 on your Monday. Thanks for being with us here on WKYC Plus. And it's Monday morning. Feels like we've been going at this for like 4 days. I mean, let's be honest.
Feels like a Monday. Right? Yeah, pretty on brand.
Join us in the meteorology world where we were talking about the snowstorm for 10 days straight, and then I'm just so done with the snow. I'm kicking it off the East Coast, right? It's gone, thank goodness. But it made an impact. I mean, I think it fell right into our range as well.
And this morning, too. I mean, I know the roads are better and everything, but still.
We're seeing more flakes right now.
It's still dicey.
It's still dicey outside. We got a lot of cleanup to go. And it's not just us. I mean, this is the whole state of Ohio, the whole eastern half of the country. A lot of cleanup today. What's not helping the cause, though, is that our temperatures are bitterly cold. Normally, if we had temps behind this 25, 30, which is cold, right? Salt would work. We'd be able to scrape stuff up easily, but everything is frozen solid in these temperatures, and we're not going to see much change this week. Prolonged dangerous cold continues all the way through Friday at this point. We've got weather impact alerts as a result. This morning, we're at 12 over at Hopkins right now, -1 wind chill. We've got a little bit of snow falling, and you can see we've got lake effect snow, got kind of flared up as a area of low pressure kind of moved through with a trough, kind of a low pressure in the atmosphere, not necessarily one on the surface map. But you notice the lake effect snow started to go away, and now it's coming back. And I think this will be with us for much of the day. We've got winter weather advisories out for all the blue shaded counties. That's primary and secondary snow belts today. Where that snow persists, it's not going to be in all those areas, but where it persists, we're talking maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow throughout the day. We're seeing it most persistently out in the east side, right where 271, 480 comes together there, where it splits with 422 as well, out in the Bedford, the Solon area, out towards Chagrin Falls, dealing with some snow here this morning as well. Not a lot happening across the Great Lakes, except for Lake Michigan. They have a monster band of snow that put down over a foot last night, coming off Lake Michigan. We're not going to deal with that today. We have all this cold air settling in behind that winter storm. Cold air alerts, this is impressive all the way down to the Gulf Coast. So again, we are not alone in this. Temps this morning, as I mentioned, near 10. Factor in the wind, we've got wind chill values around 0 to -5 this morning. So not quite as cold as it could get, but tomorrow we're heading back there with wind chill values around -20. It's going to be biting tomorrow morning. So enjoy the warm up today. Boy, 18, what bonus territory we're in. Lake effect snow on and off. It'll wind down later on today. We're going to talk about the lake snow. We'll talk about the cold and maybe another weekend winter storm somewhere in the eastern half of the country. Boy, it doesn't end. We'll talk about it coming up. Brissa?
Another weekend winter storm. Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so.
Not sure we can handle one right now.
We can't.
All right, well, we are taking a look at some video we just got in from our David Greenberg on the road. You can see this is 271 in those northbound lanes. The video was taken about 30 minutes ago or so, but you can see several people involved. Looks like they all slid off the road into the median. About 6 vehicles involved. First responders are on scene. This is 271 northbound in the Bedford area. Taking a look at the big picture map. I said that video was about 30 minutes ago, and we are still seeing the accident stand right now here at 7:33 this morning. So if you do travel 271 through the Bedford area, or you know someone that does, give them a heads up because they will see lots of stop and go traffic right now. And the roadways, they are still a little bit snow covered. ODOT has been very busy. We are thankful for them, but it is still slowing drivers down today. So the accident just after Broadway, 271 northbound through the Bedford area. If we take a look at those airways this morning, if you have a flight and you are traveling to Charlotte, North Carolina at 7:58. No, you are not. That flight is canceled. We are seeing way less cancellations and delays this morning, but flyers are still being impacted. Flight to Boston on JetBlue, that has been canceled as well as a flight to DC on American Airlines for later on this morning. So just double check those flights before you head to the airport. There's no need to make that trek all the way there just to find out your flight is delayed. But again, we have less cancellations and delays today than we did yesterday, which is some positive news. Dave?
Yeah, well, so there are problems in the air there, and we know that the snow can cause a lot of other problems out there, but it can also bring a lot of joy, right? Before we get to our team coverage of the storm, let's get some perspective from some of the youngest snow lovers out there.
Yeah, I like the snow. I like being outside and just enjoying it.
All right, well, speaking of youngsters, there's a man driving a vehicle right now, photojournalist Tim Coffey. He is young, and he's driving David Greenberg around right now. Do you guys agree with Jeffrey? Do you agree? Do you enjoy this?
Yeah, Dave, young at heart is what he is, you know. Check his passport's a different story, but young at heart. Yeah, Dave, I absolutely love the snow. You know, I woke up yesterday like a kid on Christmas morning, just ready for that snow. I sat there with my blinds open the whole day, just watching the snow come down, and got outside for a little bit just to go take it all in. But I'll tell you what, we're on 90 East right now. We're in the Kirtland area. Take a look at these roads. Hey, Give it up. Round of applause, Tim.
Yeehaw!
ODOT, hard at work out there all night long. We've been seeing tons of crews out there. They've been doing such a great job just to make sure these roads are in good condition. A lot of potholes, though, I'm noticing right now. So check your axle or your wheelbase, your tires. I don't know a whole lot about cars. But just make sure you're leaving yourself a little extra time if you have to head out there. I would say we're not seeing as much traffic as we normally would on a Monday, which is some good news. You know, a lot of people staying home from work, remote, a lot of school closings as well. I think we're up to almost 500 of those school closings. So people certainly heeding the warnings of what this storm was. And again, ODOT has been doing a great job of making sure that this snow has been cleared out. And again, look at 90 East, Dave. I mean, this is pristine conditions.
No, first thing I thought, that's the best we've seen this morning of any shots with you and Candace out there. But Greenberg, potholes, I mean, that's just Cleveland, my man.
It's true. That's true. Don't we pay taxes in this town? I mean, come on now.
All right. That's for another show, another day. Greenberg Coffee, thank you. All right. While crews work to clear out the snow, many cities continue to deal with a salt shortage. ODOT, on the other hand, says they are still stocked with salt. Our Candace Hare has been out on the roads, just like David Greenberg, traveling both around the city and the state roads. Candace, a little different there for you than what Greenberg has. Can you tell a difference, though, today from yesterday?
I can definitely tell a difference today from yesterday, but less so right now. You mentioned that David Greenberg and Tim Coffey, they were out on what maybe were the best roads they've seen all day. I might be on one of the worst. So this is State Route 21 North, just north of Massillon. And I'll tell you what, the couple things noticeable out here. One is it has been plowed, but you do still have some of that snow on the road itself. But also the visibility out in this area is rough. So certainly if you're heading out to the Massillon area or traversing through Stark County, just to keep that in mind that there are some patches out here where the visibility is pretty poor. And I can tell you that at least from our perspective, this kind of came out of nowhere. So it's just a reminder to all of us to always be on guard that maybe 1 minute you're experiencing what David and Tim are with some pretty nice conditions. And then another minute you get this. And that's sort of what we've been dealing with the last couple of days. But as David mentioned, ODOT, they've been out. We've seen plows all morning, and that salt for them, they say it's not an issue. But the main issue is that it is so cold out there, having to put some additives in with that salt. And they say that takes just a little bit longer for it to really be as effective as you need. So we've been saying it all morning, but take things slowly. Plan for extra time if you do have to go out today. And if you don't have to go out, your best place to be, indoors. Yeah. Dave?
Candace, about how fast are you guys going right now?
We are going about 55. We are not going terribly slow. We're lucky that the lane that we're in right here specifically is pretty clear. But as we've seen on so many of these roads, they might be multi-lane roads, but it might just be one lane that it's down to because of the plowing that's taken place.
Yeah, and it's clear you're not dealing with much traffic there. All right, Candace, great job all morning. Thank you. And as this winter storm continues to impact air travel from coast to coast, we now know yesterday alone more than 11,000 flights were canceled across the country. Today, that number is more than 3,700 according to FlightAware. Meanwhile, at Cleveland Hopkins, at least 48 flights are canceled today within, into, or out of the airport. So if you have travel plans, be sure to check with your airline before heading out the door. And a heads up today as we have several closures across Northeast Ohio. Multiple courts and offices will be closed today. This includes in Lake, Huron, Cuyahoga, and Summit counties. This impacts the Summit and Cuyahoga County Common Pleas courts, along with the municipal courts in Rocky River, Lakewood, Shaker Heights, and Berea. Akron Municipal Court will only hold arraignments. All other hearings will be rescheduled.